Got an email for you guys on fear. Here we go. What's up, guys? Chris Teutsch here, Hustling for Happiness, brought to you by Celsius as always. So, this is a really interesting email. It seems really basic, but I'm going to hit a lot of big points because it deals with one of my favorite topics, fear. So, let's get into it. Hey, Chris, I'm loving the videos and the YouTube channel. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I have a huge fear of public speaking, and I have to give a speech in a couple of days, and I'm freaking out, all in caps. Talking and speaking seems like it's so easy for you. It's because I never shut up. Any tips or any advice you could give for helping me out with this fear? Thanks very much, Susan, Richmond, Virginia. Susan, okay. So you have a huge fear of public speaking, okay? It's normal. It's a big fear. A lot of people share that. However, fear is fear. Right? The last video that I did, I said that fear stands for false evidence appearing real. It can also stand for false expectations appearing real. So let me tell you a little story, all right? There's this guy that would always come home from work. Every single day he'd be walking home from work, heading to his house, and this dog would come out of nowhere from behind a neighbor's house and start barking like crazy and chase him, and then he would run down the street. The guy would run away from the dog. He was so afraid that this dog was going to bite him, tear him in half, kill him. He'd run to his house, get right in the house, lock the door, right? Well, one day, a couple months later, he had a really bad day at work. He was not feeling it at all, and this dog comes running out, barking, and this guy finally was like, you know what, I am over this. He grabs a rock and he turns around to look at the dog, and the dog doesn't have any teeth. Nothing. And he's like, get on out of here, stupid dog. Can't believe I was afraid of that for so long. Why was I so afraid of that, right? But he only realized that and discovered that when he actually turned and faced his fear, he realized his fear had no teeth and couldn't do any harm to him. Simple story, but it illustrates a big point with people. People like staying in comfort zones because it's known. But your comfort zone is actually a danger zone because it doesn't promote any growth. It inhibits growth. And how do you know what you're capable of if you don't try? How do you know if you don't take the leap? And sometimes you got to take the leap and grow wings on the way down. Does that make sense? But this fear that you have is all built up in your mind. And you could have had this fear for maybe days, weeks, months, and years, potentially. So it's got a lot of momentum against you, but it's always worse in your head. And what you need to do, you need to pick up that rock, get up on stage in front of that podium with those people, and focus on the work, not on their points of view, not on their opinions, not if you crack, not if you mess up a line of dialogue or part of your script. I don't know how you're going to give the speech, but it doesn't matter. What matters is, what is your objective in the speech? What are you talking about? Is it entertaining? Is it enlightening? Or is it both? Whatever it is, focus on the work and focus on getting that message across to people. Stare that fear dead in the eyes and realize that they put their pants on one leg at a time like you do, Susan. It's amazing to me because so much of society loves their comfort zones. They love their little routines. But by doing that, you are restraining yourself and holding back the greatness that you have inside of you that you may not even know about. Susan, what if you're an amazing speaker? Did you think about that? You've probably thought of 1,000 different ways of how it can go wrong, but have you thought about the 1,000+ ways that it could go right? What if you discover that you're an incredible speaker? What if you've got a knack for it? You won't know unless you do it. Does that make sense? So you gotta really step up to the plate here, and then take the swing, because you don't hit a home run if you don't take a swing. You know what I mean? So these comfort zones that people live in, I don't understand why people choose known hells over potentially unknown heavens. Susan, this could be amazing for you. All those 1,000 things that could go right in your favor. You could change someone's life with this. You could speak to someone from this. You could alter their course. You can make them think differently about themselves and about whatever it is you're speaking about. You could have an impact. Don't worry about all that other stuff. What is the worst that can happen? Will you die? Will you die from giving this speech? No. Fear is to warn you of danger, but it's our choice to be afraid of it. So I challenge you to make the choice to step up to it and introduce yourself to it. Girl, You got this. I hope this video helps. Susan, please reach out to me and let me know how it goes. If you need any other pointers and whatnot, I'll be happy to help out with that. But great question. I really appreciate you writing in. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, more content coming. And as always, guys, keep hustling for happiness. Peace!